Take a wild guess as to who is backing the charity that's providing a step-by-step guide to illegal migrants to prevent deportation from the UK. Go on, have a guess. Let me know who you think's backing this charity in the comments below. And if you're wondering whether we've had any convicted terrorists come across the channel illegally, I'll come back to that in the second half of the video. And also check out my Off the Record channel, because I'll be talking a bit more about these issues over on there. There's a fantastic letter from Chris Philp. And by the way, we're here on Black Belt Secrets. Just to confuse you even further, please do subscribe while you're down there. So now that you've left your comments down there as to who you think it is who's backing this charity, some of you may have guessed it, the Home Office. The Home Office is backing this charity. Seriously. The Home Office's whole flagship program is this one-in, one-out deal with France to remove migrants back to France, and they back this charity, which has received more than £400,000 in comic relief donations and also benefits from charitable tax relief. And the government states on its website guidelines that welfare services must provide migrants held in removal centres with a notebook produced by Bail for Immigration detainees, this charity providing legal advice to people in detention. So let's get this straight. The current government, who fought the Rwanda plan, who then set up a similar thing to send one each back to France, supports this charity by saying they must be given this book, which obviously helps them to avoid being caught up in their plan. And this is a charity having received £400,000 in comic relief donations. The Telegraph reports, this is real journalism if ever you've seen it. The guide includes template letters migrants can use and suggestions for how to use legal and human arguments to fight deportation. The discovery of the guide follows a battle over the government's migrant deal with France. Shabana Mahmood, Home Secretary, said that migrants were making a mockery of Britain's laws as she promised to oppose any last minute against the one-in, one-out policy. She was quite vocal about that, or via the Home Office. She said, when migrants use our courts to delay and prevent removals with last-minute and disingenuous claims, it's no longer a system that works for the British people. We can't accept this, and we'll fight these claims every step of the way, which is obviously going to cost the taxpayer a lot more money. And then the Post here says, last-minute attempts to frustrate a removal are intolerable, and I will fight them at every step. Migrants suddenly deciding that they're a modern slave on the eve of their removal, having never made such a claim before, make a mockery of our laws and this country's generosity. I will do whatever it takes to end vexatious last-minute claims. I will robustly defend the British public's priorities in any court, and I will do whatever it takes to secure our border. This goes on. Channel migrants were pulled off deportation flights for a third consecutive day after the High Court judge granted them interim relief. Chris Philp, Shadow Home Secretary, says this is a complete farce, that this charity is publishing a how-to guide for illegal immigrants to make potentially fraudulent claims to avoid removal to France. No wonder the government's last gimmick has already collapsed into chaos. You can see now why these claims have been brought to court. Now, the judge has just said, well, on the face of it, you've got an argument. Let's give them time to make the argument. So whilst a lot of people will jump and shout at the judge, well, the judge really is just saying, well, if it is right that there's this claim here, then we need to give time for it. I said that would happen ages ago, but here we are. The Home Office sources apparently insisted that leaflets from the charity giving its contact details had been distributed previously under an agreement with the Tory government. But this arrangement has ended. The department said that the Home Office does not provide any leaflets relating to this charity to individuals to immigration removal centres. Analysis of documents produced provide the full extent of support services provided to detained migrants. The pamphlet reveals how removal centres host legal drop-in clinics for migrants, regular visits from lawyers, and have libraries filled with contact numbers for charities and lawyers, as well as pamphlets offering self-help guides. In August, this charity, which is independent from the Home Office, published a legal guide for people in detention facing removal to France. The 12-page document encourages migrants who've been told by the Home Office that they are to be sent back to France to act quickly and to get a lawyer, and to consider any High Court action to fight their removal. Each template provides a checkbox of 5 possible grounds that could help them to remain in the UK. The criteria include claiming they've suffered torture or inhumane treatment, or being trafficked, or have mental health or physical health problems, or have family in the UK.